Good morning to my lovely ladies. My card class for November is what I'm going to be talking about today and how to put them together. I hope that you're all doing well on this Turkey Eve, if you will. So here's 3 of the cards, and this one is pretty much set for you. Lined a card base with black paper, and then this layer, here, I'll hold it up a little bit more. Hey Peggy, how are you? This layer is the wood grain embossing folder. You already have these squares done for you. These little goodies are in your little teeny tiny bag, and the happy birthday is stamped. This one I raised up, and the happy birthday I raised up. So there's just a little bit of level to that. And that's basically it. Pretty easy. Okay? This next one, if I owe somebody a square, let me know. So basically what you want to do when you put this one together is this is in the middle, top to bottom. Then these two have a little frame around them, if you will. So just line those up along the top. And then this can go, could go this way, could go this way. You could make it kitty corner, however you want. These 2 little squares, like I told you, if I owe you one, let me know. I found one in my bucket. Could be an extra one though. I just pin it, cut those, and again, in case you haven't done that or you need a little trick, this is 1 inch. Make sure you can see me. 1 inch square, and I line it up on my grid paper. Then I go up 1 square, which is 1/4 of an inch, and in 2, and I make a little dot there. And then what I do is I cut from the corner, if you make a big enough dot. Okay, can't see my dot because it's on black paper, so I'm gonna just make a little slit and cut from there to there. And then what I like to do, if I do it this way, I kind of tend to curve a little bit, so I just flip it over and cut from point to point. Now it's way off, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. All right, so then this layer here is bumped up just a little bit, and everything else is flat. This is in between these little pendants, or in between the black one and the white one, and this again is in your little bag. Okay? Card number 3, you either had one like this or one like this. And I believe how it comes in the bag is it's folded over like this. So you're just going to take this little piece and make a crease. So it does that. So what you need to know about this is, it's pretty easy. You just line it all up along the top here. And then the other thing that's important is this you obviously don't want to put glue on. So just glue this side. And then what I did was I put this on and just started it over here so I could line it up to get these 2 even when you fold them. So depending on which way and which critter you got, that's all you do. These little bits are just from a hole punch with the glitter paper, and throw them wherever you like. There's a few extra ones on here, and then in the corners. This I did with shimmer, the Bluebell shimmer brush, and put it on a block and just flicked it off. You've seen me do that before. And this one, the background is just dots of the diamond stickle. Colored them in with a little bit of gray around the edges, and I thought this little rickrack tied in nicely. Let me see. Let me show you what the rickrack came from. It came from this set, Z3763, and it's this one right here. All these, because they're blue, means there's thin cuts for them, which is always a lovely way to go. So there you are. Okay, now the last one, which is either this one or this one. And it opens up like so. So, I learned a couple of things from the first one to the second one, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. Oh, this one right here, you can see Hi Lori, how are you? You can see, hopefully you can see, there's a lot of shimmer inside of here. And what I did was I already had that built, you know, these layers. So I just stuck another one over the top of it and then colored it in. You know, flicked stuff on it. So that one has a little bit more than this one. This one is also shimmery. So you can do that on your own if you want. I also shimmered this little bow. Okay? And this is a really cool die because it has these little pieces that lift up. So when you stamp it, then you can lift these up or you can leave them flat. So on the top one I lifted them up and the bottom one I more or less left them flat. Okay? Alright, so how do we put these bad boys together? Oh, and here's another little tip. When you put this piece on, we're going to put that piece on first because then we can overlap it with this and then it doesn't show quite so much. Looks a little bit better. Okay? Alright, let's see what we do. So we've got this piece. Okay? And we've got this for the front and this for the back. Okay? So I went ahead and stamped everything for you. And here's our bow, and here's our two little pieces. So, what we're going to do is these are just a 1/2 inch, and I folded it over, and I just kind of did what would fit. Okay, they can be whatever length you want. Just make them so they're at least somewhat substantial. And I already put the score tape on them to make them, because you want really good adhesive. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to glue this piece on. And of course, am I going to run out of adhesive? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Because maybe you have this problem too. It'd be nice if I could open the thing. Alright, so it's not working, but there's no blue line that says it's out, so it might have doubled back on itself. And yes, it did. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to wind it. I'm holding on to this one. No, doesn't look like it's... No, it's not caught. Let's put it back in. Sometimes it will... it'll catch here. Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay. So we're going to go around, and I don't think you can see it, but see right there? There's a little problem. So we've got to get that worked out. So we're just winding it until that, hopefully, maybe not. It's a learning show. Did you know that? So, let's see if we can fix that. Okay. Put that down. Yeah, you might lose a little bit of stuff, but it's better than the thing not working at all, right? Alright, so we got it from sticking this little extra piece on from there. Okay? Let's try this again. And sometimes you just get one that just, I don't think was wound properly, you know? Alright, let's try this again. Much better. Let's see how long it lasts us, right? Alright, so we're just going to put this down. Give yourself a little border all the way around. And this is going on the point because it's going on the point. Okay? So that means that we have to put this down like so. Alright. So you can see, I would stick, sorry about that, I would stick to putting glue on this inside part, and what I do is turn it over so that way I can see where these, make sure I'm on camera, where these little cutouts are. So I want to avoid that. I want to put glue kind of in like this. So let's do that. Get my liquid glue because it's a little bit easier than that glue. And we are just going to glue around those little pieces. Now if you didn't want them to be opened, then you could just go straight along with your other adhesive. Okay. I'll make sure that stays on there good. Alright. Let's line this bad boy up. Alright. I'm going to keep that one straight. I'm just going to position this one. To make sure, what you want to make sure of is that you're hiding that little bit of white. Okay. So I was making sure when I put this one down and I put this one on that you don't see any white on these corners. Okay? So let's put this one on. Only to this point. Okay? Just to there. Alright, leave that. Okay, so we've got this on. And, again, you know me, I like to line things up. So I'm going to line this up. We'll put this where I want it. About right there. And if, let's see, I'm going to go up about an inch. And what I mean by that is bottom of the card, up an inch, and that's where I want this point to be. Okay? So at an inch. So that means that this little piece has to be up higher than that. Okay? Well, let's see what else we got on the top part. So if we have an inch here, we've got about 3/4 of an inch there. So in between an inch going up here and 3/4 of an inch is where we want this to be. So this goes on next. You've got to peel off that little layer. Oh, and before you do that, in case I didn't get yours folded down enough, take your bone folder and really push those down. Okay? Alright. So now, bring this back in, line her back up, take the score tape off. And the important part about this to know is that we want the fold going to the edge here. So up an inch, and we want it as close to this edge as we can get it. So I'm going to put it there, up an inch, and I'm going to position it as close to that edge as I can get it. Okay? Okay. Now I'm going to close that back up, make sure we're lined up good, and we want to go an inch up, and then we want to match up the top. So I matched up the 2 points. Ta-da! Okay? Now we could go ahead and put that other piece of paper over this. Okay, so now for doing this one, what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that that is on there. I'm going to stick this right here, and then I'm going to close it. Okay? So, let's find our other piece. Where'd it go? Here it is. Again, make sure it's bone folded really good. Okay, take off our paper. Ah, I'm all thumbs today. Why is that? Okay. Now remember, we want to be an inch, well, over an inch up, and then right on as close to that edge as we can get it. Okay? Alright. So now, let's see how good we do on camera, right? I'm going to lay that on there. I'm going to turn it this way. Make sure that your words are going the right way. Yes. That would be terrible because this stuff does not give at all. And I'm going to pull it back just the tiniest hair from where I really want it. There we go. Okay. Ta-da. And now you could put your other piece on here. Alright. Now for this one, we want to match up the little humps, the little outer ring, like so. Okay. So I'm going to take this piece because I know it goes right there. I'm going to put it back to back on there and figure out where, there they are, where that is. And then let's give it some glue. Where do we want the glue? The glue can go all the way around. Yes. We're going to stick to that inside edge again. Okay. That's okay. You can rub it off. Alright. So we've got this lined up. And we're going to do the same thing. Put that one down. Line this one up. And bring it over. Ta-da! And there you go. And then it's just the piece inside. You can go ahead and you can see on this one, I put that one, the little bow there, the little bow there, so it can be wherever you want it to be. You can raise it up, you can stick it in between. Like if I wanted to open up these two, and I could stick it in between. So wherever you want that to be. Alright? So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the class. I can't wait to do stuff for December's class. And I know that Jody is joining me. If anybody else would like to join me, just let me know. And you have an awesome Turkey Day. I hope that you can be with a few of your loved ones. And I hope that you're safe and happy. And I will be enjoying my pumpkin pie. Bye now. Hi, Linda. I'll let you know in a comment. Bye now.